Tonight, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Alex Smith and the Philadelphia Eagles versus Ben Roethlisberger and the Seattle Seahawks.
We're just a stone's throw from the Delaware River. We've got some water to contend with ourselves. A steady rain falling at Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak, but don't tell that to these two quarterbacks because they come in here. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a man back from an elbow injury that sidelined him for the majority of 2019. At 38 years of age, it's Ben Roethlisberger.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 18 carries, 71 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as they get this up to about the 42. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 3 yards to gain there, second down.
Thomas. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now, backed up to start their first drive. And they'll be led out by a man making a remarkable return to the football field. It is Alex Smith. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his number.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. John Simon that time coming through to make the play.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 30.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and
out of the gun, Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out right around the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Julian Edelman. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Number 20.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and...
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Six yards left on 2nd down. Now Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now an option play on 2nd down. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they will finally get him down at the 28. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They keep it with Penny on first down. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Penny, a first down carry. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Smith. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's Smith to throw on 3rd down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 36-yard.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him. From the 38, Roethlisberger gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Hunt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, Julian Edelman, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
2nd and 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Julian Edelman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On first down, it's Smith. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Smith on first down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
A 7-yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Leaves it for Penny. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw again, Smith. His throw caught at about the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing again is Smith. This is caught.
Smith's pass complete to Dalton Schultz.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Eagles 3.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin out in the Windy City of Chicago, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. His guys lead on the road in Philly as we send you back up to Lincoln Financial Field and rejoin Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. John Simon able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And that's his second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Smith. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Here's Smith. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And now Edelman. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They were losers a week ago to Arizona, but they're on top here as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
46-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They run again with Hunt. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The ball carrier, Scarlett Tulele on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's third.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
For Dalton Schultz. Incomplete. Brings up third down. And
on third down, they're going to go with the option. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And it's 2nd down. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Pick up on the play. And
here's Roethlisberger. Able to now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Siggy onside. Alex Smith sacked.
When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Seahawks send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Just beating the play clock, Smith. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He was taken down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Hunt. About 3 yards there to the 27.
The ball carrier.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Michael Thomas.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a toss right side for Hunt. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Kyle Van Noy on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 12. They'll run again with Hunt. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down. So you've got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker.
Is good. Makes the score Seahawks 10, Eagles 3.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Smith, and he'll find Hall. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And he finds Penny. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Roethlisberger. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Complete.
They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Hunt on the draw play. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hunt, and he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Again, the ball carrier.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Kareem Hunt. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Pass complete to Travis Kelce.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
So now the Eagles down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And he will find his man on the outside. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith dumps that off to Penny, his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Another Eagle.
Smith throwing again. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, Smith. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Intercepted by the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
tonight.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.